Hello everyone, and welcome to my Soaps General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease. Kate Mansi explains what's ahead for Kristina Davis in a recent interview. Michael Fairman TV recently chatted to Kate, and she revealed some previews of what's ahead on the show. Kristina's path on General Hospital has been nothing short of traumatic, defined by profound emotional and physical upheavals that will leave permanent scars. Serving as a surrogate for her sister Molly and her partner TJ, Kristina's life took a dramatic turn. She smashed through a window after a heated fight with Ava Jerome, who was attempting to undermine her father, Sonny Corinthos. Following the terrible loss of the baby she was carrying, her separation with Blaze, and her vow for revenge, Kristina has been lost in a deep grief. As she navigates this anguish, a darker part of her, reminiscent of her father Sonny, is beginning to surface. In the episode of the ABC daytime soap on Wednesday, September 25th, Kristina discovers that Sonny shot and killed John Jagger Cates, a thought she had herself. Now, her mother, Alexis, is in prison for this crime, placing Kristina in a terrible place between her parents. Kate Mansi, who won a Daytime Emmy, assumes the part of Kristina in May 2023. With her significant storyline, Mansi is anticipated to be a strong contender for next year's Emmy. Fans first saw her as Abigail Demira on Days of Our Lives, when she too experienced numerous hardships. Under Kate's skilled portrayal, Kristina's story is both heartbreaking and thrilling, keeping viewers eager to see what she will do next. Michael Fairman TV talked to Kate, diving into her character's adventures on the soap, her collaborations with fellow cast members, and the imminent departure of her on-screen sister, Kelly Monaco. They also investigated the intriguing twists and turns of this captivating storyline within the legendary serial. Fairman: Kate, when did you start to realize the path of your character's journey, especially following the loss of the baby? Were you aware you were on the brink of this significant narrative, considering you were new to Giate? And what were your opinions regarding the role? KT: It's a mix of yes and no. When Frank Valentini, the executive producer of Giate, offered me to join, I recognized I would be part of two crucial parts. One was the storyline about my on-screen sister's endometriosis, where I would be surrogate. I felt it was necessary to encourage such themes. I also knew I would portray an LGBTQIA+ character with those variables. I was eager to say, yes, I'm in. Frank intimated that this would be a big narrative. I prefer to focus on what's currently happening, rather than looking too far ahead. I knew we wouldn't actually have the baby, but just knew the details a month before filming. Once we learned it would involve a confrontation with Ava, it all clicked into place, especially since Ava was messing with Sonny's medication, creating a beautifully chaotic situation. Fairman: You are in a scene with Maura West, when Kristina crashes through the window. What did you think about that? Does Kristina not see her mistake at all? Katie: You always have to feel your character is right. I can see where Kristina and I are similar and different. She is really bold in a manner that I'm not. We both commit wholeheartedly, but she acts on impulse more than I do. So, to answer your question, no, at that moment, Kristina didn't think she was doing anything wrong. It was only later that she started to comprehend. In the current episode, she had a talk with Felicia Scorpio. Kristina said, I'm really scared that Molly is correct, that I caused all of this. Kate reflects on the scenario, saying that when everything worsened, she was eventually able to step back and acknowledge her role in it all. She realized that she didn't have to stand by Ava's side. However, in that emotional moment, her impulse was to defend her father, caught in a predicament that felt insurmountable. She faced a choice: either testify against her own father and risk sending him to prison, or remain silent. It honestly felt like being trapped between a rock and a hard place. Fairman, that scene you shared with Kristina Wagner was truly wonderful. Given that she experienced the loss of her son Harrison in real life, hearing her declare, "I understand what it's like to lose a child," was profoundly moving. You were exhibiting the opposing side of that emotion in the moment. KT, I must admit it was so emotionally strong that I haven't felt that amount of nervousness for a scene in ages. I was anxious all day long. I approached Kristina and said, "I need to be honest with you. I'm really feeling nervous." I communicated to her, "I recognize that you've approached this situation in such a unique way, and it honestly makes me a bit anxious. I feel almost cruel bringing some of this up with you." It felt rather self-centered to speak these views. As the actor, I was aware of this. So, I told her, "We can rehearse or skip it entirely, whatever you prefer. I'm here to support you, but I want to make sure we tackle these scenes in a way that truly honors your son's memory and the incredible strength you possess." After watching the scenes, I found myself texting her about her performance. She was like a steadfast rock amidst chaos. Her empathy and warmth shone through, which perfectly reflects Kristina Wagner's essence. Fairman, Felicia recommends that Kristina join a support group for mothers who have lost their children and talk to a therapist. Is Kristina too closed off to take that move right now? KT, at that point, her sister Sam McCall, played by Lindsay Hartley in that episode, praises her by saying she did a terrific job. She nudges Kristina, insisting, "You're going." There's a moment where I look at her as if to say, "I'm not doing this," but she insists, "No, you're going." We intended to show that until Kristina enters Felicia's office, she is uncertain about going in and doubts her ability to process her feelings. Kate, she wants to escape and fight back, but when she's with Felicia, her feelings take control, and she has to face herself right then. Fairman, there were moments where we, as viewers, questioned, is this the big change for Kristina? She's in the hospital, she's lost the baby, she breaks up with Blaze, and she starts acting like Sonny's daughter. We're left thinking, Kristina might become a mobster. What did you think about those sequences, especially when Jacqueline Grace Lopez as Blaze says goodbye, and then we witness Kristina grow vengeful? KTD. Kristina has endured a lot of tragedy, from jumping out of a 5-story window to losing her baby and almost her own life, then nearly losing her dad before all this. It's overwhelming for her, she thinks. "I can't let anyone in, the anguish is too tremendous." And she wonders, what can I do about it? Grief and a desire for revenge cloud her judgment. Kristina used to rely on her dad to manage difficulties, but now she wants to take responsibility for her own life and actions. Kristina must take ownership now since she believes she has nothing left. When Natalia proposes the music tour chance with Blaze, it gives Kristina a cause to push people away, and that includes her partner. Fairman, I believe your Emmy reel is emphasized by your portrayal of Kristina at her baby's burial. It was terrible to watch you act in that storm, with heavy rain soaking you totally. How did it feel to perform in all that water? KT. Oh, my gosh, it was wild. They had 3 scenes, each around 3 or 4 pages long. When I first read them, I thought, how can I make these stand out? You can't just keep going on like that for so long. I teamed with Frank and Jennifer Brogdon to come up with some interesting choices. I said in this moment, she is attempting to be as close as can to her child. She is in severe anguish and would do anything, including crawl into the grave. Fairman, what is your take on Kristina's connection with her sister, Molly Lansing Davis, considering everything that has happened? KT, they are completely at odds. However, I feel they have a tremendous affection for each other. I feel fortunate to work with Kristen, since she brought a lot of experience and talent to the show, which has been incredibly beneficial. We connected straight quickly, almost like we had always been sisters, which is fantastic. The secret we discovered is that as long as we both strongly believe we are right in our own ways and the other is wrong, we will be okay. Fairman, last week, we learned that Alexis Davis has been transported to Pentonville. Molly is skeptical of Kristina, believing she knows more about John Jagger Kate's murder, and is letting her mother to take the responsibility for a crime she didn't commit. What are your thoughts on this? Katie, does Kristina ever just let things be? She's going to get involved. She knows her mom found the gun and feels responsible. This issue really upsets her. They've aroused Kristina's instincts, making her think, this is all my fault. I need to correct this. So now she's going to embark on a mission to make things right. Fairman, Kristina confessed that during the storm, she went to the Quartermaines with the plan to kill Kate's. Sonny and Kristina talked, and he implied he killed John without directly saying it. He told her that Alexis would not be charged for the crime at that moment. Does Kristina trust Sonny, or is she scared? Katie, I believe both feelings are strong. She recognizes what her father has done and feels the sorrow of being caught between her parents, not wanting either to endure the repercussions. This adds to her guilt, shame, and anguish. She blames herself for her mother's imprisonment, but also worries about her father being blamed. Fairman, does Kristina genuinely feel she went to the queues with a gun but didn't use it? Or do you think she forgot that she shot Kate's? Katie, I don't think she was fully aware. She was overwhelmed by her experience and felt anxious to take action. She was in such a bad place and didn't know how to cope. She just wanted the suffering to disappear. Whether she meant to use the pistol on herself or not, she was hooked on wanting to murder Kate's. She went to the car and was buried in her thoughts. Then, something snapped her out of it. Fairman, looking ahead, do you believe Kristina will be a character we can support, or will she continue to be driven by revenge? Katie, aren't those types of characters equally worth supporting? Have you seen Eva Jerome? I think Kristina will always be caught between two worlds. She was brought up by Sonny Corinthos, who has his own moral code and beliefs. However, I think big events are on the horizon that will influence Kristina's stance on things. Fairman, do you believe Kristina will find love again after everything that's happened? She says, of course it's a soap. Fairman, what's it like collaborating with Nancy and Morris as your on-screen parents? Katie, I truly appreciate it. I'm pleased to be working with him. I had no idea I would be their daughter. When Frank told me I was being cast, I requested him not to tell who it was, just to share the tale I would be participating in. When I learned it was Morris and Nancy, it seemed like a gift. I adore Nancy. I often say she combines the physical comedy and timing of Lucille Ball with the youthful cynicism of Jean Smart, and that same edgy, bold attitude like Katharine Hepburn. We always say our mom is legendary. She's so funny. Kristen and I laugh a lot. The first time I saw Nancy cry was during her visit to Kristina in the hospital. I looked at her and said, Nancy, you have feelings. This plot has really shown Nancy's abilities, and what's beautiful is that she doesn't always display her fragility. So, when she does, it's really impactful. Nancy, Kate, and Kristen are a fantastic fit as Alexis and her two youngest girls. The relationship plays out extremely well on screen. Fairman, when Morris first met you and you began portraying his on-screen daughter, was he friendly as an actor or did he challenge you? Katie, he was wonderful. Morris automatically takes on the position of a mentor or father figure, which I really love. It's extremely charming. When I started filming my first episode with him, I think he thought I might be nervous. He came over, hugged me, and said, "Come here." Then he told me, "Remember, it's supposed to be fun," meaning not to stress out. I replied, "Of course, it's supposed to be fun, let's do this." That really set a positive tone for our working relationship. He smiled at me, and it felt great. Fairman, Sam is coming to the conclusion that one way to assist her mother is by locating the gun and demonstrating her innocence. Will there be more scenes featuring Kelly Monaco? Katie: absolutely, there will be. Lindsay Hartley won't be returning, but I do have some upcoming moments with Kelly. Collaborating with her has been fantastic. I have a lot of admiration for Kelly Monaco. She was really friendly and inviting when I joined. I believe she's extraordinarily brilliant and destined for even bigger achievements. Fairman: you'll be joining us at the Graceland Fan Celebration taking place from October 25th to 27th. This marks your first appearance at such a significant event starring the cast. There's even a Halloween part, and tickets are still available for those interested. KT: absolutely, I've got my Halloween dress ready. I've never been one to enjoy Halloween much, but this occasion feels just right. I genuinely think it's going to be spectacular. I know Frank puts forth a lot of effort to make it memorable, and everyone contributes to producing a fantastic event for Graceland. Fairman: there's also a queue and a session scheduled for the audience, allowing them the chance to ask the stars questions. How do you feel about impromptu questions? Is that something you enjoy? Hey TD, are you serious? Definitely adore participating in queue and a sessions. It's intriguing to discover what draws people's attention and what slips by them. We frequently get so wrapped up in our own perspectives. It's interesting to observe what piques their curiosity. Being a naturally curious person, I find it tremendously exciting when others exhibit curiosity about our work. In summary, the answer to Fairman's query concerning questions and replies was largely positive. Fairman: this month marks a huge milestone for your former co-star, Billy Flynn, who has been portraying Chad Demera on Days of Our Lives for 10 years. You played his leading lady, Abigail Devereaux Demera, for quite some time. What are your opinions on Billy's achievement? KT: Billy will forever be my leading man. I have so much affection for him. I'm happy and very proud of his accomplishment. It's a terrific milestone, and honestly, I'm not surprised at all. He's definitely going to be a permanent part of the legacy of Days of Our Lives. Fairman: may you provide a hint about what GH fans may look forward to for Kristina in the forthcoming episodes? Will she struggle with her sentiments regarding her parents and how to aid them? KT: absolutely. Kristina is in the early stages of dealing with her sadness. She's also concerned about her parents and what might happen to them. There are certain developments on the road that will significantly touch her and the Davis family, hinting the Sam's death scenario. This could either tear them apart completely, leaving us unsure when they'll reunite, or it could strengthen their bond in a way that only such challenges can. Have you filmed the scene where Kristina confronts Ava about the incident when Kristina broke through the window of the Metro Court hotel room, and what happened afterward? KT: I don't think we've filmed that yet. I can say that as long as both characters are around, Kristina will always hold on to this. I don't see that changing. There are some entertaining scenes I just taped that will be broadcast soon, and a new character will join this delicate situation between Ava and Kristina. Fairman: so, is Kristina finished with her ideas of wanting to kill Ava for losing her child? KT: no. She is very much seeking revenge and believes Ava should suffer consequences for her crimes. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.